for more information. Arguing for the end of adult marijuana prohibition is easy because we have facts, science, reason, compassion, evidence, truth, and logic on our side. It is even easier when researchers catalog it all for us. Learn how to gather the facts on marijuana use, arrests, seizures, rehabs, drug tests, and more in this edition of Drug War Data Mining. Welcome back, everyone. 22 and a half after the hour, and today for the Drug War Data Mine, we visit the great resource O'Shaughnessy's. And O'Shaughnessy's is found in a lot of dispensaries and pot shops around the West Coast, I know for sure, and probably on the East Coast as well. You can find it online at beyondthc.com. beyondthc.com, and it's O'Shaughnessy's in print, of course, named for the British doctor O'Shaughnessy, who had visited India in the 1850s and brought back the information of its medical uses. And today we're going to take a look at a study they did called All Vape Pen Oils Are Not Created Equal, a quick and easy user's guide to pre-fill cartridges by Melinda Misuraka and Michael Hayes. And this couldn't come at a better time because vaporization, especially in the legal states, is becoming more and more popular for its ease of use, its convenience, its cleanliness, its surreptitiousness. They're easily hidden. They don't make a stink. A lot of people are turning to vapor pens. And so there are a lot of manufacturers of refill cartridges. Now, if you don't know, most of the vapor pens consist of a battery that is then, and I got one here as an example, that you usually plug in. It's like USB charger here. And then you unscrew this, and what gets screwed onto the top there is a vape cartridge, some cartridge that's going to have the cannabis oils in it. Now, vape, of course, is the Oxford Dictionary word of the year. Vaping has gotten the Hollywood limelight. Sarah Silverman flashed one on the red carpet. Whoopi Goldberg wrote about Sippy, her little one. Snoop Dogg's got one that's coming out. So everybody's looking at these vape pens. And for their study, O'Shaughnessy's looked at a total of 19 cannabis oil samples from 13 popular cartridge brands and did a side-by-side comparison based on analytical data from SC Labs in Santa Cruz. And measuring everything in milligrams per milliliter and evening things out. And regarding these levels, let me get you a look at what they found in chart form. The best performing one that they had so far was the Pure Cure and Absolute Extracts that topped out at 71% and 70% THC potency. Now, it's important to understand that some of these cartridges are just pure oil. Other cartridges are cut with an additive, and these two, Pure Cure and Absolute, are not cut. There's also OG Kush, ChemDog, Girl Scout cookies, as far as the Absolute Extracts versions goes. So they were only looking at the ChemDog version that got up to the 70% level. And then another way, and so as we look down this list, you'll find that Open Vape, for example, their Panama Red is only coming in at around 21, 22%. Some of these are on the lower end, 20, even down to a little over 10% in the case of Black Diamond. And as far as I'm concerned with a vapor pen, it should be able to outperform flour. I mean, we are talking about concentrate here, and a lot of folks now can get flour in the 20% range. So as far as vapor pens go, I would prefer something that's a little stronger. Most of these pens that were sampled top out around 30%, and a lot of these have an additive with them. The additive can either be propylene glycol or ethylene glycol. Problem with propylene glycol is it's mostly benign, but it does kind of make a sore throat, give you a little bit of a dry mouth. Watch out for the ones and ask about them if they're using ethylene glycol, because that's unhealthy. That's something that you'd find in antifreeze. So make sure you're checking for that. Now, another variable to be looked at here is the fact that these different vapor pen cartridges can come in different amounts. That is, they can come in a 1 gram or a 500 milligram and so forth. So they took that information and did a cross comparison of what you were getting bang for the buck wise. And as you look at this, you can see they've color coded the chart Blue would be the excellent price values. Yellow are good price values. Green are fair price values. Pink are poor price values. And as you can see, the THC rating is listed, but not necessarily does something have to have high THC to be a good value. Because depending on the size of the cartridge you're getting, 1,000 milligrams or 500 milligrams, or 750 in the case of liquid platinum, and comparative to what the cost is of that cartridge, you can then figure out what is the price per milligram of THC. So the best cartridges are coming up from a dime to 13 cents per milligram of THC. For instance, if you got that Pure Cure, the one that topped out at 71 or 71.72%, almost 72%, it's a half gram cartridge costing $40. So that works out to paying $11 cents per milligram of THC that you're getting. Compare that with something like Open Vape's Panama Red Sativa. While it comes in at a 25.29% THC in a half gram cartridge, it costs $30 and works out to 24 cents per milligram of THC. So over twice the cost of what you'd get with the Pure Cure. But even something with a low THC like the Liquid Platinum Blueberry at 17%, costing $32 for a cartridge, you're getting a 1 gram cartridge